different markets are growing at different rates at the different market cycles. So not every market's suitable for you, but at the same time, you don't want to get burnt because the last thing you want to do is rush into a market today that people are, seeing there's a lot of growth potential. And then even though you buy a property, it's actually worse for you because you can't hold it, and then you're losing money because you can't
Yeah.
hold the property in the best time frame to do so. That's very,
Mm.
very crucial.
And potentially overpaying, right? Because you're buying
Yeah,
hype sometimes, right? And
$100%.
everyone's thinking about one particular area, and if you've heard about it in the news or something really generic, Facebook, it's probably too late, right? There's a
Probably too
reason
late.
why
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's probably too
100%.
late. So,
Most of the
and
time,
also,
it's accurate. Yeah.
yeah, and as you said, strategize, right? So not to get overwhelmed saying, oh, Sydney costs 2 million to live here, I can't afford it. But understanding, okay, well, I can't afford it now, but what are the steps going forward to
Mm.
actually get there, I hear an argument that some people say is, if you buy somewhere cheaper, that Sydney's just going to grow faster and you're just not going to be able to actually do it. But then you're not going to just not buy anything just because it's too hard, or you're not going to try to invest somewhere else within your budget just because you want something a little bit better, right? A
Yeah.
lot of that comes when emotion comes involved, and you think, okay, well, X person did bought in this place, and that's a little bit nicer than when I want to buy. But just because they've done that, we don't know their full picture, and everyone's got their own goals, right? So that's where we balance that balance between finding a property that's really remote, that gives you good rent, but might not grow as much, or something with a bit of a balance where it is going to grow and it is covering your expenses where you don't need to put too much, right? So it really is important to actually strategize and budget, not just grabbing what's there. I know that's a broken record of something that we say all the time, not just snapping what's there, but actually plan and strategize 5 to 10 years and how is that going to look, right? And so every market, as you said, is completely different, right? A house in Melbourne for 700 is not going to give you the same rent as a house in Adelaide or in Perth for 700. They're all completely different, but they also all have their own costs, right? Like